His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Eskel made camp here. Looks like he planned to stay outside a while. Footprints and hoofprints. A goat. Interesting. Rocks. Tracks end here. Great. Could try to follow my nose. Can't smell Eskel, but there is the goat. Just gotta find a sample of its scent. Bits of bark. Looks like Eskel's goat rubbed against this tree. A clump of goat hair. Ugh, the stench. Eskel's tracks. The nose knows. Didn't tie itself to this stake.
Supposed to be forktail bait. Guess it works for witchers as well.
As for forktails, bait them thusly. Pound a stake in the soil, bind a goat to it, then hide ye in near to shrubbery post haste.
Brother Adalbert's Bestiary, page 82. See your memories back in full, and sharp as ever in spite of your years.
You're as old as I am, wise guy. Don't let the gray hair fool you.
Good to finally see you again.
You too. How are things?
Same old, same old. Another day, another drowner.
That it?
I'm a simple witcher wolf. Don't fight dragons, don't fraternize with kings, and don't sleep with sorceresses. Unlike some.
Try to limit myself to the sorceresses from now on.
No doubt the most pleasant part. Though I'm not sure it ain't the most dangerous, too. Shh! Hear that? Incoming.
There it
I see it.
Picked a bad day to leave its nest.
Big bastard!
We can handle this.
Damn it! It's taking off! Hit the wings!
O bicho vai ficar preso ali.
Medallion's humming.
Vamos ver se dá pra voltar depois.
Not scared to leave the horse down below? Forktail could decide to have it.
Scorpion's a warhorse. A purebred cat
Bleeding heavily.
from an artery. Blood's light-colored. Can't fly much further. The old hen she cackled. She cackled on the fence. The old hen she cackled. And she ain't cackled since.
What's that song?
Some old hill folk tune. Perfect for hiking. My mom sang it to me.
You remember her?
Just that silly song. Nothing else.
Fled to its lair, looks like.
Good. Means it's done fleeing. gonna make a stand. All right, let's collect the spinal fluid and get out of here. Cut into its back, just below the skull.
Yen tell you why she wants this?
Mean you don't know? And that, doesn't bug you?
No, it doesn't. I trust her.
And they say people learn from their mistakes.
What was that?
Nothing, nothing.
Something about Yen bothering you? Come on, grow a pair. Give it to me straight.
You grow a pair and admit she tricked you more than a few times.
That was then. Yen's changed.
Right. Fine, never mind. Let's go. Hey, what do you say to a little race? Maybe see who's faster, Roach or Scorpion. And who's the better rider.
Not really a challenge, because I could beat you riding a lame sow. But why not?
You're a lame sow yourself. First to Kaer Morhen wins!
Finally. Took you a while.
Saddle kept sliding.
Mm-hmm. Not a crappy show dancer out there who doesn't blame her shoes.
You're a fucking show dancer. But one who's damn good on horseback. Didn't wager anything, but can't help thinking you deserve a prize.
Since you insist.
Here. Use it wisely.
Talvez gaivota branca. Vamos ver aqui.
Move it!
Só tirar essa dúvida pra ver se tá aqui. Cara, então o negócio some sozinho, ou não? Ah, ela tá solta então. Aproveitar que eu tô aqui, né? Pegar essa armadura.
Run, Roach. Might want to look around some.
Até pouca coisa aqui. Pera aí, rapidinho. Dá mais dano e reduz o dano, ok?
That's it, Roach.
Oh, qual é?
Leo's grave. A senseless death. Could have been avoided.
Eu acho que é a primeira vez que eu encontro isso aqui. terror. Eu sei que existia, só que eu não sabia onde estava. Também nem fui atrás se eu sabia.
An iron mine, depleted centuries ago. Medallions humming. Might want to look around some.
Ogroid.
Something behind these roots.
Elemental.
An elemental. Summoned by a mage who left as a sentry. Hang your head from my saddle. Come on.
Let's go! Move it!
The old signal tower. It'll be nothing but a pile of rubble soon.
Achei que tinha alguma coisa aqui. Ah, mas isso dá. Enfim.
around some. One cell's not enough. Cell's missing. Need to look around. Right. Now to activate it. Works. What a thunk.
Não, você é um veículo, tu vai. Pera, tem alguma coisa aqui em cima? Vamos nessa aqui primeiro então.
Wolfhead. I know this place. They held the first trials of the grasses here before they built the fortress. Almost washed away. A few more decades and it'll be gone. Just like the Witchers. Might want to look around some. Slayers were created, now infested with monsters. Mutations were carried out here. Nice acoustics. It screams very far. That smell. Mutagens. Makes me want to vomit despite the years. Table for mutations. Like our sad Albert, except even sadder. That smell. Mutagens. Makes me want to vomit despite the years. The lab, where they brewed the potions. Poisons more like. Some contraption. Broken. No idea what this was for. Maybe that's for the better. Prepared the herbs here. Corn lily, nightshade, wolfsbane, nature's finest. A vow to see what this was for. Maybe that's for the better, those teas they gave us.
Hey-ya!
Strange. Bastion. Trained here as boys. Before the tribe of the grasses. Bastion. Hopping. They must have found them to this place. Maybe the lamp will reveal more.
Talvez de noite. Dá pra ver melhor. Lâmpada, lâmpada, lâmpada. Eu tenho que ver como é que descarta esse treco aqui. Mas não parece não ter como não. Ah, até tem. Ok. Pelo menos tira essa carne aqui.
A Witcher usually fights with a sword, silver or steel. But he must know how to use all weapons. Battle axes, picks, slingshots. Archery training today. Missed the target, you owe me 50 push-ups. Hit it, you owe me 20. Now move!
É flexão de um jeito ou de outro. Aqui embaixo parece ter mais nada.
You walked away from practice without my permission. You know that? Do not stop. Bleeding is no excuse. Now take off that bandage and get back to your training. You'll see to your wound when I say you're done.
É, né? Aí complica a situação, meu parceiro. Ah, esse aqui é o que? Causar incineração, mas não é, né? Laranja, perfurar armaduras.
Must be his ghost that haunts the bastion. Maybe he'll leave if I bury his bones.
Cara, simplesmente a escada sumiu, cara. Simplesmente a escada sumiu.
Is that a sword or an egg beater? Strike from the wrist, not your elbow. Again.
That stench. try to stop me.
É, vem aqui o começo, segundo é lá onde ele morreu.
A Witcher usually fights with a sword, silver or steel. But he must know how to use all weapons. Battle axes, picks, slingshots. Archery training today. Missed the target, you owe me 50 push-ups. Hit it, you owe me 20. Now move!
Pera, aqui já vi. Tá, aqui não tem nada, né?
What's that supposed to be? Swaying side to side like a reed in the wind? Head up! Guard up! Faster! Faster!
Bastion's haunted by the ghost of a boy who trained here and died here. Need to bury his remains. Maybe he'll leave then. Take care, kid.
É, na parte de cima agora não tem mais nada. Na casa de baixo. Talvez seja melhor ir a pé mesmo.
Medallion's humming.
Ah, podiam ter. Podia ter um TP por aqui. Daqui já deve dar pra ir a cavalo o restante do caminho.
That's it, Roach.
Tá, né? Agora vamos cuidar da principal, já que tá no meio do caminho. Aí depois pega o restante. Vou fazer isso aqui de uma vez, vai. Eu não acho que dá pra jogar Gwent com nenhum desses daqui. Nem, tipo, no meio de uma missão principal.
What's this? Brewing potions?
No. Booze from potato peels.
For my welcome back feast?
Actually, more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity of yours.
Realize that monstrosity, as you put it, might be Ciri?
Yeah, I heard.
Mind showing a bit of sympathy?
I call him like I see him. That's how I am.
Know what? Never mind. Not gonna argue with you.
Right, no time to lose. The monstrosity awaits.
Lambert.
Oh, sorry. The potential Cirilla.
Don't sound too thrilled about all this.
I'm not. You know the trek to the Circle's no walk in the park. In more ways than one.
Let me go with you.
Well, might have more spring in my step with the famous White Wolf at my side. So, you ready?
Partiu.
No reason to wait. Let's go.
Oh, meant to tell you. Can't get to the Circle through the mountains. Rockslide blocked the pass last spring.
So we approach from the pond side, like when we did the trial of the medallion?
Exactly. Remember the way?
Not easily forgotten that.
He who returns with his medallion will prove himself worthy and may set off on the path.
Vesemir ever hear you impersonate him?
Yeah. Old man can't stand it.
Savola's breach. Still haven't patched it up?
Vesemir'd like to. Doesn't bother me, though. Not expecting anyone to lay siege, and this way I got a shortcut to the pond.
Shame those Salamander assassins didn't punch a few more holes in our walls.
Or finish the job and reduce these ruins to rubble.
É, eu sabia que tinha um comentário, só que eu tinha esquecido que era específico da missão principal.
Been thinking. We gonna swim across the pond?
No, I got a boat moored there. You know, for fishing.
Wow. Never took you for the fishing type.
I use bombs. I drop them in and scoop up whatever floats to the surface.
That makes sense.
Oh, mas aí perde a graça, né?
Hunting's almost a diversion tactic. Gotta give me one. Well, color me impressed. Where'd you learn them tricks?
It's an art. Learned it from this old master down in Zerrikania.
Yeah. Save that tale for your next sorceress.
Tell me about Vesemir. Things any better between you?
Seems so. Old man's dropped the moralizing, and I try not to piss him off too often.
Working out well?
Moderately. Castle's pretty big. Easy to stay out of each other's way. Damn it! Moored it right here, I swear.
Line must have come loose.
Really? Here I thought the boat untied itself to go for a jaunt on its own. Damn it. In this fog, we'll never...
There a storm before I arrived?
Let me think. Yeah, 5 days passed.
Wind must have grabbed the sail, tugged the boat off its mooring. Boat drifted into the bushes. Water hag.
Great. All right. Cave entrance is just opposite, see it? Gotta sail across the pond, go through the cave, climb Troll's Head, and we're there.
Doesn't seem like such an ordeal now, does it?
No. Still gives me the shivers, though. You know only 2 boys returned from my group?
You were the ones who ran into old Spear Tip in the caverns, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still gnawing at you?
Gnawing? No. Straight old pisses me off. What the fuck was that trial for? Most who returned from the Circle of Elements died within a year in some swamp, hunting drowners for Crown 30 a head. So exactly what was the point?
Ought to ask Vesemir.
Oh, I have. Many times. Believe you me.
Let's go. Jump in the boat.
All right. I'm taking the tiller, though.
Because?
'Cause it's my boat, not up for discussion.
Make this boat yourself?
Yeah. Something you don't like about it?
Besides the water up to our ankles? Nothing.
Quit whining. It'll make it across the lake.
Provided we don't smash into something first. Barely see the tip of my nose. Fog's thick as curdled milk.
Never took you for a poet.
Oh, but I am one. Want to hear a limerick?
Sure.
Lambert, Lambert, what a prick.
Not bad.
Fall off a bit. Sails fluttering.
Don't teach your grandma to suck eggs. Right, almost there. Ready for the caverns?
Almost. Before we go inside,
Ugh, drink a dose of cat, I know. Any more words of wisdom, like step softly or you'll wake old Spear Tip?
Old Spear Tip's still down there?
Yeah, he is. Unless he's done us a favor and killed over on his own. Could come at us at any moment.
How'd the rhyme go? Old Spear Tip's a deep sleeper.
Wake him up and you'll sleep deeper. Come on.
Hear that? Sounds like a kid.
You know this valley's uninhabited except for us. It's gotta be an illusion.
What if it's not?
Whatever you want to do.
You're probably right. Let's go, straight to the cave.
Finally, something reasonable.
É, sei que são os nevoeiro. Nebulosos, isso, nebulosos. Ah, é do gato.
Shit, too damn high.
Not if I give you a boost. Remember? Part of the trials.
A witcher is a lone hunter.
But even a lone hunter can use a helping hand sometimes. Vesemir.
Ready? Oh! You fat fuck!
1, 2, 3. You're no feather either. Come on, let's go.
Wall looks a little shaky. Ard, maybe?
Mind not stomping like that.
Relax. I slipped.
We need to be quiet. I could do without a warm welcome from old Spear Tip.
Ugh. Place reeks of mold.
What did you expect? Scent of violets?
Would have been nice. Ah,
And
so
down and
soft
humming.
and sweet, just sleeping there. Makes you want to make this moment last forever.
Talvez não tenha diferença correr não, mas vamos tentar aqui andar. Ver se andar for detectado, então aí já é realmente o caso.
Oh, good to be back above ground.
Still trouble ahead.
You mean the trolls? They're in for trouble, not us.
Don't know who you're trying to impress. Tough guy stuff's just not working on me.
Look who's talking. Vesemir told me about that job you did for those Nilfgaardians in Velen. What? What are you doing?
Killing monsters.
Good one.
Brabo.
Just came out that way. Come on. Place of power. Should draw from it.
Ataque sábio, sangramento.
See him shit and run soon as he saw us?
Never known a troll to do that.
Witches is to walk no more. Stops? East Mountain, Trolley Mountain. Troll Mountain. Huh? Oh. Hi! This Troll Mountain.
You talk to these idiots.
Stay calm. We just want to get to the circle.
Witches is thing one say, thing two do, thing three do, sometime.
Enough! Out of my way, dimwits, or I'll grind you to gravel. Understand?
They understood all right. Congrats.
Run for the cave! Before they stone us to death!
Olha, um jumento mesmo, cara, incrível. É ser legal, meio complicado pra esse jeito.
We walk throws. News goes no far more. Witches is understanding?
We understand it, but we still gotta get to the Circle of Elements.
Listen, but we trolls come know the Witches castle. Rocks lots there. Pretty rock.
Enjoying this little chat? Cause, it's not getting us anywhere.
I'm talking. Fact is, you know as much about negotiating as they do about grammar. We're not here to hurt you. We don't want to touch your rocks. Just let us pass.
Troll rock throw. Witches strike no back. Just talky. Witcher, good? Only you. Witches monster kills. Trolls monsters. Yes, true is. No face make. We do go this. Use sharp backlubs leave here. Use pass. No agrees? We smash.
All right. We'll leave our swords here. Pick them up on the way back.
We want to know. Lick metal. Mouth sting.
You
and follow my lead.
É, pô, olha bem se você fez onde entra na caverna.
Think you might have missed your calling. If I remember Pappy Vesemir's lessons correctly, Witchers kill monsters.
Your memory's shit. They only kill harmful monsters.
They threw stones at us, Geralt.
Whine about it to Eskel later.
Just a few steps more.
Pô, jogaram pedra na
Ooh, that's some
gente.
serious panting.
Por quê?
Out of breath, out of shape.
Nah, just a bit hungover.
Been hitting the hooch with Eskel again?
No, been hitting it alone.
Ah, jogou pedra que você ameaçou eles. Mano. Só pensar um pouquinho.
Well, we made it.
No denying that. Damn. Beautiful view.
Must be if you noticed it.
Geralt, who do you take me for?
Let me think. A sourpuss?
Fair enough. Let's save the rest of your compliments for later. Let's get to work.
Remember how this circle works? Been a while since I activated my medallion here.
It's fine, old man. No need to make excuses. Light the torches and place the phylactery on the altar. I'll handle the rest. How'd it go? Water, then earth, then air?
Acendo as tochas.
Geralt?
All right, phylactery's in place.
Then all we gotta do is wait. The container will absorb the power of the elements, while we catch a breather. So, how'd you deal with the trolls when you passed the trial of the medallion?
Let me think. Oh yeah, used Axii, but I only had to get past one troll. Other two were busy.
Yeah, useful sign, Axii. Saved my life a short while ago.
Sense a good story coming.
One of the best. A couple of road robbers stopped me. One pointed a crossbow at me, and the other started rummaging through my satchel. I made the man with the crossbow shoot his friend, and then hang himself.
Wow, truly great story.
Isn't it? Real side splitter, I think.
Tell me, you always been such a cynical bastard?
No, I was adorable before Vesemir brought me to Kaer Morhen.
Think it's that bad being a Witcher?
Guess I could have been someone worse. Just a shame I had no choice.
It was our destiny.
Destiny? Let me tell you about destiny. My dad was a drunk. He'd knock a few back, then beat me and Mom bloody. We prayed for his death every night. One day our prayers were almost answered. Dad lost his way coming home from the tavern, walked smack into a nest of neckers. But some Witcher saved him. Know what he wanted in return? Give me the first thing you see when you get home. My life. For the life of that prick? I say fuck that kind of destiny.
Didn't know. I'm sorry.
Next time you wonder why I'm so bitter, well, there's your answer. All right. We've griped enough. Let's get out of here.
Need to get our swords. Witcher with no swords like a man without an arm.
Sure thing, brother.
Witches is as sharp, Bat Club takes, and home goes.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry. I don't need convincing. Come on, Geralt, let's go.
Right. Let's get back.
After you, sir.
Got you everything you need.
Splendid. Lambert, prepare the apparatuses. Eskel, go.
Last I heard, my dear, I give the orders around here, not you.
I believe we made an agreement to seek to cure Uma my way.
I said we would help you, that's it. I don't know what you want to do with them, you haven't deigned to inform us, but it's not safe, is it? Just as I thought. Which is why I think we should first try another, less invasive method.
What's this method?
Derives from folk traditions. I've used it many times. In 1211, to lift the curse that held the Swan of Povis, for instance. Now take Uma into the mountains.
What then? Will you howl at the moon together?
A bit of respect. You're not talking to Geralt.
No, we will not howl at the moon. I'll lay him down on a gravestone. Come midnight, I'll give him tea made of hemlock harvested from... But I don't see that I need to explain this to you.
In my opinion...
I know your opinion, but I'm not asking anyone's permission. I'm saying what will happen. I'll be back at dawn, with Uma, or whoever hides inside him.
So, got the evening off. What do we do with it?
Vesemir mentioned some roof beams in the tower need replacing. Maybe we could see to that. Or we could have a drink.
Sounds a lot better than the beams.
Wouldn't mind a shot myself. Or two.
Nothing I can do. Been outvoted. Let's go.
Do as you will. But in a moment, Geralt and I must talk.
Ooh, sounds serious. Come on, Lambert. See you in a bit, Geralt.
All right, what did I do this time?
No, nothing. I just wanted to take you aside, without cluing the others into what we're up to.
Mm-hmm. And what are we up to?
Sneaking upstairs to make love.
Wow, you don't exactly mince words.
I'm too old to play the blushing bride. Unless you ask nicely. Shall we go? You can rejoin them afterwards, in an hour. Or two.
Or three.
I'll hold you to that.
Well, well. Lovebirds decided to join us. Enjoy yourselves?
You heard the answer to that question, Lambert. Besides, not our business. Yen, we don't have glasses. You alright drinking from a mug?
I'd drink from an old boot tonight. Perhaps instead of getting crocked in deep glum, we could do some catching up.
What have you been up to, Lambert? Any interesting contracts before you set off in search of Caridin?
Yeah. Contract in Lan Exeter. Not to boast, but a pretty lucrative one.
Yeah. Kavir's were the golds to be made. Know how much they pay there for a drowner?
Shush, I'm talking now. So this giant was giving him trouble. Attacking convoys, dragging folk off into the swamps.
And relieving himself on the highway, rendering it dreadfully slippery. You've built enough suspense. Get to the point.
Fine. Turned out it wasn't a giant. Just a fat forest troll. And a group of bandits were ambushing the convoys.
What did you do?
Killed the bandits to keep the roads safe. Then I killed the troll. Needed its head to collect the bounty.
Pragmatic as ever.
You could stand to show some of Lambert's expediency. Set ideals like justice for trolls aside, keep yourself out of poverty instead.
Knew the sorceress would see it my way.
Where'd you go while you were away, Eskel?
Aldersburg. Hunted a higher vampire.
Oh ho ho! Dangerous whoresons, those.
Finicky, too. Specimen in question only went for young women from the upper classes.
That's like me.
We've no interest in your fantasies, Lambert. Whereas the vampire, even I'm curious to know how you managed.
My clan threw a masquerade ball for the city's notables, to lure the vampire out of hiding. I was there too, disguised. Let me tell you, never had so much success with the ladies as I did that night.
Mixing work and romance? Bad idea. Vampire could have caught you with your pants down.
Suppose so. But you look the way I do, you gotta grab every chance you can get.
Maybe you should wear a mask permanently.
And maybe you should wear a gag.
What about the vampire?
I'd made a deal with this young alchemist. She really loaded up. Fish tech, vodka, magic mushrooms. Went out into the garden. Vampire found her and drank his fill. Fight was an afterthought.
A fairy tale on gluttony for modern times.
Alchemist come out of it all right?
Fine. Lost a bit of blood, I suppose. Hangover was the worst part. She drank nothing but pickle juice for the next month.
Oh, mas espera aí, um vampiro superior só não pode ser eliminado. A não ser que, tipo, ele teria que ficar em algum lugar se recuperando.
Recently. Kings, dragons, conspiracies, and then I found Yen.
Yeah, we're thrilled for you. But why don't you tell us about Uma instead?
Long story. I was on Ciri's trail. Went to Velen, Skellige, Novigrad, where Dandelion needed saving again.
He got caught plowing somebody he shouldn't have been.
Right. Speaking of old friends Novigrad and plowing, how's Triss?
Triss is managing all right.
How are those scars she got at Sodden? Still there?
Lambert. Not funny.
Fine. Conversation turned serious? Let's talk. Yen, what do you plan to do with Uma?
I said I'd tell you tomorrow.
So tell us now. It's after midnight.
I'll subject him to the trial of grasses, but only—
You fucking what?
Mind your manners, Lambert.
Did you hear what—
Not gonna ask you again.
Sorry. Looking to turn him into a witcher?
Of course not. As I was about to say, I'll only apply the first half of the trial, because—
Because you want to watch him suffer?
Stop interrupting, or I will watch you suffer. To restore Uma's former appearance, we must first— how do I explain it? Imagine a lump of clay. In order to shape it, you must first moisten it, or it will crumble. The trial's initial part does just that. It opens the body to change, so to speak. Only then can the mutagens produce a Witcher.
What are the chances Uma will survive?
Not great, but we've no choice.
Unless Vesemir can do the trick with his hemlock.
Might be surprised. Old man knows his stuff.
It'll be the first trial in years. Decades.
I knew you'd be wary.
Wary? That's not the problem. Those secrets have been forgotten. And that's how they should stay.
I'd be the last to suggest you start producing hordes of witches.
You hardly need to. See, till now we had a great excuse not to take in apprentices. Seems we'll need to talk it over.
Maybe later. Who's up for another round?
Oh, I am. But we're all out of stuff to chew on. Geralt, mind raiding the kitchen?
Not at all.
Gentlemen, pleasure drinking with you. Lambert especially. But the hour is late. Don't stay up long. Tomorrow's an important day.
Didn't listen, did he?
They never do.
What are you talking about?
Samavilla contract Eskel got a while back. Good story.
Finish it in a minute. First, some more fuel.
Ooh, now that's a kick in the liver. What is it?
The Gauntlet. Equal parts spirit and white gull. What's that look about? Yen's gone to bed. Time for some serious drinking.
Damn straight. Pour us another. Bottoms up.
How about a round of cards?
Why not? Playing for coin though, right?
Pode ser legal. Vou gastar todo o dinheiro que puder.
Yeah, unless you'd rather play strip Gwent.
Maybe I'd finally come to understand what women see in you.
Compare your trouser snakes later. Pouch is on the table. What's with him?
Don't worry about it. Let's play.
Tá bom, né? Vai ter que servir isso aqui. Claro, né? Tinha que ser a droga de um Nilfgaardiano. Não entendi, mas beleza, pô. O Nilfgaardiano é coisinha chata.
Good game, Geralt. Especially that move with the...
Eskel, he doesn't need any praise, just pour.
How about a round of cards?
Why not?
Vamos de novo, vai. Vamos ver se muda alguma coisa.
Yeah.
Maybe I convert... What's with...
Don't worry.
Esse aqui, esse cara aqui. Vilgefortz. Ele lidou com Regis. Ah, não. Tá de sacanagem.
Unlucky at cards?
Tá de sacanagem.
How about a round?
Why not?
Yeah.
Maybe I'd What's with...
Don't.
Incrível, cara. Carta inútil.
Good game, Geralt.
Esco.
So, what's this about a Samavilla?
Snared this peasant in her dance. Instead of being happy, he escaped with his life. Yoko fell head over heels in love. Wanted me to trap her. Turned him down. So he tried it on his own with a fishing mat. Bet you they're still dancing a mazurka in some fallow field.
Great story. With a moral, too.
Really? What's that?
Stay away from dangerous women.
All right, change the subject.
'Cause you refuse to admit I'm right? Whatever. Fine.
Stop being a smartass and poor.
Colder and up a nice giant's ass in here. Gentlemen, I shall return. Gotta go drain the dragon.
Gotta say, I'm pretty warm.
He's always been a wuss about the cold. Remember winter 15 years ago, when the snow stayed around until Beltane?
Mm-hmm. Lambert sat by the fire, wrapped in a blanket. Cussed copiously every time it started to snow.
Hello, young'uns. Got your own little carnival going, eh? Alcohol, my good men, is a witcher's worst enemy.
Where did you dig up that bonnet?
Vesemir's trunk. The height of fashion in 1112. Old man probably put it on when he went courting. Or in the jargon of the time, wooing the damsels.
Men, a witcher's life is not all cards and liquor. It is toil. It is labor. No gurgling babes to wean for us. Nay, not for us.
All right. One Vesemir's enough. Take that off before you get it dirty. And pour.
Oh, I'll pour, Esco. I'll pour. To the brim. 'Cause without vodka, you're as stiff as a bookkeeper in a body cast.
All right, guys. Bedtime.
Speak for yourself. Night's still young as I see it.
Well, we're not. Tomorrow's a big day.
Fine. Drinking with my mirror image is just no fun. At least it wasn't last time.
See? Even you can't stand yourself. Good night. Damn. What a dream. See everyone's up and at 'em.
Take it you had a productive evening?
Yes. We talked about Uma till late.
So I guess you didn't get a chance to see to the beams in the tower.
No. But we'll, get to that, I promise. Right, Lambert?
You can give the boys a rap on the knuckles later. Let's get to work.
Guess your gravestone and hemlock method didn't work.
Not entirely, but I did learn something. While you were out hunting forktails and playing with a megascope, I examined Uma. Notice one thing. At moments of, what's the term, relaxed consciousness, he behaves differently. While falling asleep, he'd pause, awake for an instant. Something different about his movements, his gaze then, but only for a moment. So I induced a trance, hypnotized him essentially. No effect at first, but as he dropped into deep lethargy, I heard something. a sigh or a moan. And it wasn't Uma's voice.
All right. I just don't get how that helps us.
Then keep silent. Thank you, Vesemir. And I apologize for what I said earlier. Have the boys told you what we plan to do?
Yes, don't like it one bit. But I suppose I have to trust you.
Thought we got rid of that table ages ago.
Must be 50 years since I last saw sad Albert.
Couldn't bear to part with it. Thought we might find a use for it one day. You know how old people are.
Sure. Every grandpa out there's got an attic full of torture devices.
Right. So what now?
We can begin. We need only brew the potions.
Wait. Why couldn't we...
Do it earlier? Because the preparatory potions for the trial are strongly reactive. They must be administered immediately after they're brewed. Satisfied? Geralt, make the potions. Here are the formulae. Eskel, take a bottle of spirit.
No. After last night,
And disinfect the tools. Well, chop chop.
You don't know who's trapped in Uma's body. How did you figure the proportions?
Performed a series of complex calculations. Extrapolated some data. Ran simulations.
Meaning you guessed.